All right, I'm going to walk you through how to set up a virtual party through Facebook and then how to link it to a service called Postmyparty.com. Now, you don't have to use the Postmyparty.com to run virtual parties, but I think you'll realize really quickly how helpful it can be. So the first thing that you want to do when you are setting up a party is to set it up on your website. So after you log into your website, this is the screen that you see, and you want to hover over your name and click on Consultant's Corner. This basically is the back door to your website, and this is where we do all of our work. So to set up a show, you're going to hover over My Shows and then click on My Shows and Orders. In the middle of the screen, you're going to click on New Show. And this is basically just a template that you're going to fill in. Now, a virtual party is basically a catalog show. You want to check the box showing that it's a virtual party because Pampered Chef is keeping track of the stats to see how virtual parties do in comparison to just a regular catalog show or cooking show. The show date is the date that the party is going to start, and this is important because the host and guest specials are tied to this date. Usually a virtual party is going to run 10 days, but rather than it ending on your website 10 days later, give a little buffer of a couple days so the host has time to put in her order. Change the show name to something a little bit more creative. And then tell us more, it's a virtual party. And then this is just where the host information goes in. My website already has my husband's information in there, so that's easy to do. And then you're going to hit Create Show. And then we want to come up with a direct shopping link that's easy for people to remember. So these tabs up here are what you're going to work with now. So we're going to click on Show Page and scroll down to the bottom. And this is where we want to come up with a very specific URL. So every party is going to start off with pamperedchef.com/go/, and we want to change the ending part. Now I usually just use the host's first and last name. If it's a repeat host or she has a common name or something, you might need to add something a little bit more specific at the end, like January 2017. Or you could do her first initial and then her last name, something like that. It will tell you if the link has already been used. All right, so once you've got that done, you just need to write this down on your host coaching sheet so that you remember it. And then you're going to go to Facebook. And on Facebook, you are going to go down here on the left-hand side and click on Events. This is much easier to do on your computer, by the way, than on your phone. And then you're going to click on Create Event. You always want to create a private event so only those people invited will see it. If you click Public, all your friends will be able to see it on your newsfeed, and that's very, very boring. All right, we want to upload a nice looking Pampered Chef picture. So let me show you where you get these. So back on your website, you're going to hover over Training and Resources and click on Marketing Imagery, and then click on Social Media. Pampered Chef has already created a bunch of pictures for us to use that are the right size and beautiful quality, so we don't have to recreate the wheel. So what I recommend someday is taking the time to put the pictures that you like in a folder on your desktop so they are available. And you'll see that when I click on Upload Folder, Upload Picture, that's basically what I've already done. I've got all my pictures organized. I'm just gonna pick a nice banner that's eye-catching. And then I'm going to create a name, Daryl's Online Pampered Chef Fun, something like that. The location, I want to remind people that it's online. Please don't show up at our house. It starts on January 2nd. I like to start the parties in the morning, and then the end time allows me to put an end date. And the end date is going to be 10 days later, and I like it to end at night. Now, the description, just keep it simple, and what I like to do is just copy and paste the same description from virtual party to virtual party, so I'm not reinventing the wheel. So for my January parties, it might be something like this. And then the link is what I put on the website. So Daryl Dickey, January 2017. Then you're going to create the private event. And then you're going to see that only one person is going. That's going to be you since you set it up. But we want to edit that so that we can invite the host. And we want to make the host of this party also the co-host of the event on Facebook. So you're just going to start typing her name in. And once you see her name highlighted, you're going to click and it's going to be blue. And that means that it's tagging her. So obviously you need to be friends with the host in order to set up her virtual party on Facebook. And then you're going to hit save. Now I'm going to X my husband out because I don't want him to be tagged on this event. He's going to wonder what I'm doing. But once you add her as a co-host, this invited is going to be 1. And then once she joins the event, it's going to jump this to 2, and it's going to add her name up here so all the guests can see that you're co-hosting it together. And then hopefully this number will change to 100 or more as she invites people. Now to post on the event, it's very, very easy. You just write something and hit post, just like when you post on your newsfeed. If you want to add a photo, this is where that file of all the pictures that you have comes in handy, because you can just pick one, write a little message with it, and then post it. Now, if you choose to do the virtual parties on your own and take the time each day to post often throughout the day, don't feel like you have to find all the posts and pictures yourself. I have an outline of pictures that I will share with you and the posts that go along with it, and you can just pick and choose the pictures, the posts, and the videos that you like. But I highly recommend using a service called Postmypartycom. And after you create an account, this is what's going to come up, the dashboard. Now, like I said before, everything's already been created, so you don't have to create a template or an outline yourself to use with Post My Party. What will happen is that I will share one with you. So what I'll do is I will go to my list of templates, and let's say you need a January virtual party. I will share that with you. And it's quite easy to do. Once you've created an account and Post My Party knows that you are a subscriber, I will be able to share a template with you, and it's going to show up in your inbox. Oops, not that one. And when you get it, it's going to look like this. Just open it up, and you're going to click on this blue down here. And this is the link for the template. Now, what you want to do when you get the template is just personalize it a little bit, and that's very easy to do. Basically, all you're going to do is copy, highlight and copy what I wrote, and then you're going to paste it in the message box, and then just change it a little bit. Like instead of saying, if you see something you like, want, or must have, then make a list so you're ready when you want to order. Maybe change it to have a pen and paper handy so you can start creating a wish list of all those products you need and want. So it's very, very simple to personalize it. And then after you do that, you're just going to hit next. And that's basically the save button. Now, you don't need to personalize every single post. Maybe like every 5 to 10 posts, just personalize it a little bit. That way, our team is not using the exact same template during a month. And it just prevents these Facebook red flags from going off. All right, once you've got that, you've gone through all of that, it's going to show up in your list of templates. And you can see here I've got a Pampered Chef cooking show template that only has 69 posts, because for cooking shows, I don't do games and I don't emphasize the online ordering as much until after the cooking show has already taken place. Whereas the virtual party, I do focus a lot on obviously online ordering, and then I do a game about every other day. Now you'll notice that I've shared my template, or I've copied my template. And so every time I copy the template, I'm going to make the name of the template to match the host that it belongs with. That's just an easy way for me to organize it. All right, now to link that template with the Facebook party you just created, you're going to click on parties and then you're going to click on schedule new. And I want to use my January virtual party template. It was set up as a personal event. And then the personal event that I set up for it was Daryl's Online Pampered Chef Fun. And I have 3 days of pre-party posts. So rather than starting on January 2nd, I'm going to start it on the 31st. And then the time zone is Eastern, which is important because you're going to start doing time zone or parties across state lines and across time zones. Now, this is what's really cool. So every time I want to say the host's name on a post, in the template, all I have typed is bracket host bracket. And now I'm telling this template, every time that shows up, I want you to change that host to Daryl. I want you to change that link to Daryl's specific link. And this is so useful so that when you are using the same template for different parties, you don't have to go through every single post and change the host name. That's what these tokens are for. And then you're going to hit create, and it's good to go. So you're going to see your list of parties here. Whoops. So I've got Daryl's, I got 2 of his set up because I had to go through this training a couple times. And then I've already got Holly Stotts's cooking party template set up. If you want to edit something but not have to go through every single post, just click on edit and it will organize basically all the posts into just pages. And you can click on the one that you want. Pending means that it hasn't gone out yet. If you're playing a game or something and you want to add a comment, you just click on this little 0 and you add whatever comment that you want included. And then down here, if you want to use this template for another party, just hit copy to template. And then you're just going to change the name. Maybe, oh wait, sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. Templates, I want to hit list, and let's say this VP, this January VP, you want to use it again for another party. You're going to click on copy template, and then usually what I do, instead of copy, I put the host's name there. And then you'll hit update. And then when you link it to the party, you will put the host name, the brackets, you'll make that Kim, the link with the brackets, you'll make that her website. So that is all. That's all it takes. It looks kind of confusing the first time that you do it, but I just recommend that you just jump in, give it a try, trial and error. And if you have questions, text me. We have wonderful team members who only do virtual parties and they are professionals at this. Post questions on our Facebook group, our team page. They would love to help you. So best advice is just to jump in and give it a try.